Okay. Hello, what's up, everybody? Just gonna get a few things set up, and we'll be ready to go. I'm actually gonna be doing a awards reaction live, being that the Cy Young Award comes out tonight. So instead of CP College Football Playoff Rankings live, gonna get Cy Young Award winners live reaction tonight. Because that is coming out tonight. But I hope everyone's day is going well. If you went to the rally, I hope you had a good time and also stayed safe. I was not at the rally. I did not do episode yesterday if you missed it, because I went to see the new Marvel movie and then went to the Nets game last night, part of the in-season tournament. So actually, something I got from being at the game in the moment. One moment. And then, so yeah, that's why there was no episode yesterday, but I still want to put it out this week, so it is today instead. And got a big jam-packed episode. Kind of like them doing some live reaction to things nowadays. We'll admit. Of course, I won't be able to have the volume on for the showings because copyright, but I'll tell you from when it pops up on screen. One last thing to set up. Okay, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Benny and the Booth Podcast. On this week's episode, we've got who won Rookie of the Year, Manager of the Year, and live reaction to who's going to win Cy Young Award for American League and National League. We've got NFL Week 10 recap of Week 11 preview, and I am going to talk about Deshaun Watson. If you don't know, you'll find out soon enough. And college football recap and preview with the third college football playoff ranking that had come out last night. Let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Benny and the Booth Podcast. Thank you so much for the support to this point. I very much do appreciate it. I am going to actually start off this episode with the Deshaun Watson news. For those that might not be aware, Deshaun Watson, who had a gutsy performance in the Browns game, we will get to that whole Browns game in a moment. Sadly, it came out that he had a major injury in his shoulder and will be out the rest of the year, which puts a whole rip through the Browns the rest of the season. Now it's going to be down to DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who is starting on Sunday, and PJ Walker to fill in the shoes, which is just a gut wrench, because this is like one of the best seasons we've had, and now no Chubb, no Watson, and it's just pain, and it's just this story of Cleveland Browns history, and it's sad, wasting what really could be a very good year, and instead it's like, nope. I don't know. It's been tough for me to accept. I was definitely more rough about it earlier today. I didn't post an immediate reaction because I knew I was doing the episode today anyways. But yeah, it's just mind-blowing and rough and sad. My hope, honestly, for the Brown season has gone from like up high to like 9 or 8 or 7, all the way down to like 2 now out of 10. And I hate to say that, but like, how could it be higher when now we're not going to be Watson with that for the rest of the year? And I'm even going to go as far as to say this. Stefanski and Andrew Berry's hot seats are on the hot seats right now with the Watson news coming out. Because Berry had, maybe not as much Stefanski, but definitely Berry. Because Berry had a chance to go and get a QB in case this would happen at the deadline, and he did not. He did diddly squat at that position at the deadline, and now look at how it's coming back to bite him in the tuchus. And, like, his press conference, they didn't even really give any positivity. It's just sad. I don't know. He's going to be on the hot seat. But yeah, that's the story with the Watson. Now you know if you hadn't heard before already. And that actually changed my prediction for this week's Browns-Steelers game, because going in, I had hoped the Browns would win this week. Now, well, you'll find out momentarily. But you know what? Let's actually start off with the NFL recap. Then we'll go into the MLB awards and then college football. And simultaneously, I'll update you with the Cy Young Awards show, which sadly with MLB Network, the way they do it is they'll like start off the show with interviewing the first, whether it's NL or AL. This one is NL. They're starting off with interview them, commercial, talk about each player, commercial, and then have someone to actually announce the award, then commercial, then start off the whole process again with the other side, commercial, review each player, commercial, and then someone announcing the award. And I'll get into who announced the other awards because I did mark that down for my notes. Anyways, let's get into NFL Week 10 recap. Steelers, Packers. This was a up and down game. Steelers won 23-19, and in this game, TJ Watt passed his older brother JJ Watt for up there for not first, but up there for most sacks in first 100 games of his career with 88, behind a whole bunch of names, in front of a whole bunch of names, including Myles Garrett. Congrats to TJ Watt. Matt Amendola, 38-yard field goal, avoided the Texans from blowing 20-7 and 27-17 leads in a win over the Bengals 30-27. Jason Myers, game-winning 43-yard field goal leads Seattle over Washington 29-26. Kyler Murray, 19 for 32, 249 yards. No touchdowns and one interception, 6 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown in his first game back from his ACL injury. Matt Prater, 23-yard field goal leads Arizona over the Falcons 25-23. Wackiest part I saw from after this game is there's someone who was a Falcon fan who, just because they lost to the Cardinals, is now going to be a Lions fan instead. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? I'm sorry, but what are you doing? Because they lost to the Cardinals, you're abandoning the Falcons? Like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, but that's fair weather fan, which is jumping teams to like top-notch teams and like so many other terms, and I'm sorry, but you cannot do that. Whether at the middle of the season, beginning of the season, after the season, off season, it doesn't matter. You cannot be doing that. And I get it. Atlanta's been bad in choking things. Well, not things, but choking games since Super Bowl 51, or what I call 28-3. But I am sorry. You cannot. I don't know. I can't say anything more on that. It's just whack. Anyways, Riley Patterson, 41-yard game-winning field goal leads Detroit over the Chargers 41-38. The Browns came back from down 14-0, 17-3, 24-9 to beat the Ravens on a game-winning 41-yard field goal, 33-31. I will admit, when that field goal went through, I literally yelled in my house, and a lot of people heard me. Kyle Harrison, of course, started this game on second play with a pick six right after, which is post the kickoff, of course, which is the Ravens' first pick six in 27 games, which is third longest active streak in NFL since Chuck Clark in 2022 Week 17 against the Rams. And with 4 sacks, it marks 31st straight games with sack, which is longest active streak in the NFL for the Ravens. 17 points in the first quarter for Baltimore is the most they've had in the first quarter since September of 2019, Week 1 against Miami, where they blew Miami out of the water. That was before Tua came there. Browns had a 17-play, 75 yards, and 10:09 time drive. That was a Kareem 3-yard rushing touchdown that kept them in the game, 24-17. Longest time drive they've had since December of 2015. Couldn't figure out which game that was in that year. And with one of 1.5 sacks in the late third quarter, Myles Garrett is now 5th player in NFL history to go 7 seasons with 10-plus sacks in consecutive seasons, joining Lawrence Taylor, Bruce Smith, Marcus Ware, and Jared Allen, and behind John Randall, who had 8, and Reggie White, who had 9. Christian McCaffrey's streak of having touchdowns in consecutive games ends at 17 games, and Niners 3-4-3 win over the Jaguars. The 49ers are back and proving that losing streak was a fluke. With the 49-17 win over the Giants, Cowboys now have won 12 straight at home. Oh, in fact, I broke down here for some reason for Browns and not further up. But Browns also were the 4th team to trail in first minute and not lead until the final minute since going back to 1966, joining the 2011 Colts against the Texans, 1989 Eagles against Washington, name redacted, and 1985 Steelers against the Bills. Sorry about that. And thanks to Buffalo having 12 men on the field on first game-winning field goal try that missed, Denver got second shot and made 36-yard field goal to win 24-22. And that is the week 10 recap. I went 8-6 in predictions, which is not bad, but not great. Overall, I am 82-54. Standings update. Dolphins in first place at 6-3, followed by the 5-5 Bills, followed by the 4-5 Jets, followed by the 2-8 Patriots. In the AFC North, Ravens in first place at 7-3, followed by the 6-3 Steelers, followed by the 6 and Browns, followed by the 5-4 Bengals. In the AFC South, Jaguars in first place at 6-3, followed by the 5-4 Texans, followed by the 5-5 Colts, followed by the 3-6 Titans. And in the AFC West, the Chiefs in first place at 7-2, followed by the 5-5 Raiders, followed by the 4-5 Chargers and Broncos. That's for the AFC. For the NFC, in the NFC East, the Eagles in first place at 8-1, followed by the 6-3 Cowboys, followed by the 4-6 Commanders, followed by the 2-8 Giants. In the NFC North, in first place at 7-2, followed by the 6-4 Vikings, followed by the 3-6 Packers, followed by the 3-7 Bears. In the NFC South, the Saints in first place at 5-5, followed by the 4-5 Buccaneers, followed by the 4-6 Falcons, followed by the 1-8 Panthers. And in the NFC West, the 49ers in first place, tied in first place with Seattle at 6-3, followed by the 3-6 Rams, followed by the 2-8 Diamondbacks. And that is the standings update. And then this week's predictions: Thursday night football, Bengals at Ravens, finally an actual good primetime game, which Thursday night and Monday night will be good. Sunday night, not necessarily. I've got the Ravens winning this game. Sunday starts off Browns at hosting the Steelers. Originally, I had Cleveland because I had hoped that they would win. Now that ain't happening. With Watson out, the Steelers are going to whoop this game probably. They'll be lucky if it's close. Maybe it'll be close. I don't know, but Steelers are going to win. Bears at Lions, I have Lions. Chargers at Packers, I have the Packers. Raiders at Dolphins, I have the Dolphins. Giants at Commanders, I have the Commanders. Cowboys at Panthers, I have the Cowboys. Titans at Jaguars, I have the Jaguars. Cardinals at Texans, I have the Texans. Buccaneers at 49ers, I have the 49ers. Jets at Bills, I have the Bills. Seahawks at Rams, I have the Seahawks. Sunday night football trash, Vikings at Broncos, I have the Vikings. And Monday night football is a rematch of last year's Super Bowl, aka the Kelsey Bowl, between the Eagles and the Chiefs, and I have the Eagles winning that game. That is NFL Week 10 recap. So, MLB awards that have been announced already were Rookie of the Year on Monday and Manager of the Year last night. So, for Rookie of the Year, Cal Ripken Jr. announced the American League, and Derek Jeter was the one who announced National League. Cal Ripken Jr., well, it was fitting because Gunnar Henderson did win the award, infielder for the Baltimore Orioles, announced by former Oriole Iron Man, a.k.a. Cal Ripken Jr. People behind him and Gunnar Henderson was unanimous, which was a big shock to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had a dominant season, but I did not expect it to be unanimous. But behind him, Tanner Bibby, he had 20 second-place votes, 7 third-place votes, and 67 total points. I do not know how the total points thing work, other than third place is just 1 point for each vote. Otherwise, I have no idea how it works. Followed by third place was Tristan Casas of the Red Sox, 6 second-place votes, 7 third-place votes, and 25 total points. Josh Jung for the Rangers was in fourth, 3 second-place votes, 7 third-place votes, and not Marcus total points for some reason. Fifth was Yainer Diaz, catcher of the Houston Astros, 1 second-place vote, 3 third-place votes, and 6 total points. was Masataka Yoshida, outfielder for the Boston Red Sox, 3 third-place votes / total points. 6th, 7th was Edouard Julien of the Minnesota Twins, 2 third-place votes / total points. And then 7th, if I'm counting these right, could be off in numbers. By the way, last was Anthony Volpe, shortstop for New York, 1 third-place vote / total points. And Gunnar Henderson is also the 13th unanimous AL Rookie of the Year, joining Carlton Fisk, catcher for the Boston Red Sox at the time in 1972. Mark McGwire, first baseman for the Oakland A's at the time in 1987, which he had the record for most home runs by a rookie before it was broken by Aaron Judge in 2017. Sandy Alomar Jr., catcher for Cleveland at the time in 1990. Tim Salmon, right outfielder for California at the time now. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in 1993. Derek Jeter, of course, shortstop for the New York Yankees in 1996. Nomar Garciaparra, shortstop for the Boston Red Sox in 1997. Evan Longoria, third baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays in 2008. Mike Trout, Angels outfielder in 2012. Jose Abreu, first baseman for the White Sox in 2014. Aaron Judge, of course, was unanimous in 2017. Jordan Alvarez in 2019. And Kyle Lewis, outfielder at the time of Seattle. Now he's with Arizona in 2020. And then NL Rookie of the Year was, of course, without a mistake, Corbin Carroll. And he was also unanimous, which was another big surprise. Don't get me wrong, like, they had great seasons and historic seasons, but I just did not expect it to be unanimous. I thought, like, few here, few there, but, like, no. They were unanimous, which means all the first place votes went to the winners, which is just crazy to think about. But behind him, second place was runner-up was Kodai Senga, who got 22 second place votes, 5 third place votes, and 71 total points. Followed by James Outman in third, who got 5 second place votes, 5 third place votes for 20 total points. Fourth was Nolan Jones, third baseman / outfielder for the Rockies, 2 second place votes, 11 third place votes, and 17 total points. Matt McLain was 5th infielder for the Reds, 1 second place vote, 2 third place votes, 5 total points. Greg Maddux is going to be announcing NL Cy Young Award. They just showed him. Just said. Spencer Steer, infielder for the Reds, was 6th. He had 4 third-place votes / total points. Yuri Perez of the Marlins and Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds and Patrick Bailey of the Giants all had 1 third-place vote / total points. Corbin Carroll was the 14th unanimous NL Rookie of the Year, joining Fred in 1956. Orlando Cepeda, first baseman for the Giants in 1958. Willie McCovey, first baseman for the Giants in 1959. Vince Coleman, outfielder for the Cardinals in 1985. Benito Santiago, catcher for the Padres in 1987. Mike Piazza, catcher for the Dodgers in 1993. Raul Mondesi, outfielder for the Dodgers in 1994. Scott Rowland, third baseman for the Phillies in 1997. Albert Pujols, a.k.a. the Machine, outfielder / first baseman, because he did play outfield at the beginning of his career for the Cardinals in 2001. Craig Kimbrell, closer for the Braves in 2011. Chris Bryant, third baseman for the Cubs in 2015. Corey Seager, shortstop for the Dodgers in 2016. And Cody Bellinger, first baseman for the Dodgers in 2017. And this is the 5th time that both Rookie of the Years were unanimous, joining 2017, which was Judge and Bellinger. 1997, Scott Rowland and Nomar. 1993, Mike Piazza and Tim Salmon. And 1987, Benito Santiago and Mark McGwire. So that was for Rookie of the Year. They didn't make a mistake. And they didn't make a mistake with Manager of the Year. Both were who they were supposed to go to. AL was Brandon Hyde, which no. NL was announced by Skip Schumacher. Forget who announced AL. I don't even know who announced AL, actually. But either way, AL was Brandon Hyde of the Baltimore Orioles. Makes sense. First Oriole to do so since Buck Showalter in 2014. Oh, yeah, by the way, Gunnar Henderson was the first since 1989 for the Orioles, which was Greg Olson. Not much of a player to be known of. And Corbin Carroll was the first ever Diamondback to win AL Rookie of the Year. But behind him, Brandon Hyde had 27 first-place votes, not unanimous, 3 second-place votes, 144 total points. Bruce Bochy in second, 3 first-place votes, 12 second-place votes, 10 third place votes with 61 total points, followed by Kevin Cash, 13 second place votes, 13 third place votes, and 52 total points, followed by Rocco Baldelli, 1 second place votes, 5 third place votes, 8 total points. Baldelli of the Twins, Dusty Baker of the Astros followed is the next guy, 1 second place vote, 1 third place vote, 4 total points, and then John Schneider of the Blue Jays, 1 third place vote / total points. And then the NL was Skip Schumacher, first Marlin to do so since Donnie Baseball, a.k.a. Don Mattingly, in 2020. 8 first place votes, 8 second place votes, 8 third place votes, and 72 total points. Followed by Craig Counsell, Brewers last year, now going to be Cubs this coming year. 5 first place votes, 7 second place votes, 5 third place votes, and 51 total points. Followed by Ryan Snitker of the Braves, 8 first place votes, 2 second place votes, 2 third place votes, 48 total points. Torey Lovullo of the Diamondbacks followed, 4 first place votes, 5 second place votes, 7 third place votes, and 42 total points. Followed by Dave Roberts, 4 first place votes, 5 second place votes, 6 third place votes, and 41 total points. Followed by David Bell of the Reds, 1 first place vote, 2 second place votes, 2 third place votes, and 13 total points. Followed by David Ross of the Cubs last year, now free agent, 1 second place vote, 3 total points. And now they're actually about to announce the NL Cy Young Award winner. So we're going to do that, and then we'll get into college football. But being we're almost done, I might or might not wait for AL to be announced. Greg Maddux, of course, is a former Cub and former Brave, which I'm wondering if that means Snicker's winning the award. Or no, it wouldn't be Snicker. What am I saying? Well, actually, there is no indication of who would have won that award because Strider's not a nominee, so it's interesting. I don't think he is. Oh, wait, he's actually a former San Diego Padre. Sometimes, by the way, the nominees can lead to who wins the award. Not always, but I'd say 95% of the time. So actually, and it is Blake Snell. Your NL Cy Young Award winner is Blake Snell. No surprise. Pretty much guaranteed. I wouldn't be surprised if he was unanimous. They're about to reveal their voting results. So let's see. Was he unanimous? No. 28. Furl had 2 second place votes. No third. 204 total points. Webb had 1 first place, 17 second place, and 1 third place votes at 86 total points. Gallen had 1 first place vote, 3 second place votes, 11 third place votes, and 68 total points. And the others cut off before. Well, see, no, I'm not gonna be able to get it. But yeah, so NL Cy Young Award winner is Blake Snell. Actually, might be able to grab it off Twitter. Hold on, /X. I'm not gonna. I could actually show it. So there's someone that's been posting the results, soon after it gets announced. But congrats, Blake Snell, well deserved. His second Cy Young Award. He won one in the American League with the Rays. He's the 7th pitcher to do it, win a Cy Young in both leagues, by the way, Blake Snell. That just popped up. Let's see if I can get a hold of the rest of the results. Forget who I was getting. But yeah, no surprise. Imagine AL will probably be Garrett Cole, barring a surprise. But then again, so far there hasn't been any surprise winners. It's been pretty much straightforward who we expected to win. I was kind of expecting unanimous, to be honest, but each one at the end of the day, which matters most. Which, by the way, if you have Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, which I don't post a lot, but it's usually sports games I go to, and then podcast stuff. Link is always in my description. I also realized I didn't even put that was at the Nets game last night. Yeah. Whatever. But here we go. Oh, here we go. Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Max Scherzer, Gaylord Perry, and Roy Halladay are the other ones to win Cy Youngs in both leagues. Clemens did it. Clemens won 6 in the AL and 1 in the NL. 2004 with the Astros was the NL. Or no, in the AL. Randy Johnson won 4 in the NL with the Arizona Diamondbacks and then 1 in the AL with 95 in Seattle. Pedro won 2 in the AL, 99 and 2000 with the Red Sox, and 1 in the NL, 1997 with Montreal. Scherzer won 2 in the NL, 16 and 17 and with the Nationals, and 1 in the AL with the 2013 Tigers. Gaylord Perry won 1 in the AL with Cleveland named redacted in 1972, and 1 in the NL, 1978 with Padres. And Doc Halladay won 1 in the AL with Blue Jays in 2003, and 1 in the NL with 2010 with the Phillies. Okay, here we go. Zach Wheeler also got votes. Kodai Senga also got votes. And Corbin Burns also got votes, by the way. Spencer Strider was in 4th. Zach Gallen was 3rd. No, I got Zach Gallen. Spencer Strider was 4th. He got 6 second place votes, 9 third place votes, and 64 total points. 5 apparently he was even 4th and 5th, but honestly, I don't care at that point. Steele was 5th, 1 second place vote, 2 third place votes, 32 total points. Zach Wheeler was 6th, 4 third place votes, 28 total points. Kodai Senga with 15 total points in 6th, and Corbin Burns 7th, 1 second place vote, and 13 total points. So that is the AL. It is NL, sorry. It is officially Blake Snell. Do no surprise. Happy to see they still have yet to mess it up so far. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to stay on for NAL. I'll include it in next week's episode. Well, let's recap college football meanwhile. Of course, Jim Harbaugh was suspended for the last 3 games. And without Harbaugh, Michigan won because of the sign stealing scandal, by the way. It came out like right before Sabbath. Michigan won their first game over, at the time, 10 Penn State, 24-15. Number 14, Missouri beat number 13, Clemson, number 13, Tennessee, 36-7. And with set win, Missouri became the first team ever to beat all 4 Tennessee college teams in one season. This game, of course, milled Tennessee earlier in 23-19. Earlier against Memphis, 34-27, and Vanderbilt, 38-21. UCF destroyed number 15 Oklahoma State, 45-3, and with Tennessee's loss and Georgia, well, mainly Tennessee's loss, but Georgia also won over Ole Miss, and Bama winning against Kentucky, 49-21, sets up that the SEC championship game will be Georgia versus Alabama. A rematch of the 2021 SEC championship game where Alabama dominated, but didn't matter because Georgia got the last laugh, winning the college football championship, national championship in the college football playoffs over Alabama. So, CFP third rankings. There was a big change, but we're going to start how they do it in the awards show. Number 25, Kansas, who moved down from 16, going down 9 spots to 25. Number 24 is Tulane, going down from from 23. Number 23 is Oklahoma State, moving down 8 from 15. Big drop off, makes sense. Number 22 is Utah, going down 4 from 18. Number 21 is Kansas State, going up from 4 from 25. Number 20 is North Carolina, going up 4 from 24. Number 19 is Notre Dame, moving up 1 from 20. Number 18 is Tennessee, moving down 5 from 13. Number 17 is Arizona, moving up 4 from 21. Number 16 is Iowa, moving up 6 from 22. Number 15 is LSU, moving up 4 from 19. Number 14 is Oklahoma. One moment. Oklahoma moving up 3 from 17. Number 13 is Ole Miss, moving down 4 from 9. Number 12 is Penn State, moving down 2 from 10. Number 11 is Oregon State, moving up 1 from 12. Number 10 is Louisville, moving up 1 from 11. Number 9 is Missouri, moving up 5 from 14. Number 8 is still Bama. Number 7 is still Texas. Number 6 is still Oregon. Number 5 is still Washington. Florida State is still 4. Michigan is still number 3. And number 2 is Ohio State. They moved Georgia and Ohio State. Georgia is officially 1, and Ohio State is 2. I think it really makes sense, and kind of was surprised it wasn't that way from the start. And then week 12 preview the key matchups where it's ranked teams against ranked teams. Number 22, Utah. Number 17, Arizona. 2:30 on the Pac-12 network, which is an affiliation of Fox. Hold on, sorry about that. Number 1, Georgia. Number 18, Tennessee. 3:30 on CBS. Number 21, Kansas State against number 25, Kansas. 7 p.m. on FS1. And number 5, Washington. And number 11, Oregon State. 7:30 on ABC. And that is this week's episode of the podcast. Let's wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Benny in the Booth podcast. On next week's episode, we will have who won AM Signing Award, who won the MVPs. We will have NFL Week 11 recap and Week 12 predictions. We will have College Football Week 12 recap and Week 13 preview, and possibly fourth College Football playoff rankings. Hopefully live, maybe not. We will see what happens. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you're new on YouTube, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, leave a notification button so notified when I go live and or post a new video. If you're new on audio, follow the podcast, leave a review, hit the notification button so notified when I post on there. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will see you in next week's episode 102. Bye.